So when we're working on putting, we have two main factors. We have line and we have pace. Now pace is the control of distance and line is the start line that you'd like the ball to actually start its travel on. And the start line is something that you pick. It's based on what you read on the green, it's based on the slope, it's based on the pace that you're going to actually use as well. So when we're practicing solely on distance control or pace, we would generally take the hole out of play. We would take the target and increase the target size and look at how many golf balls we can fit within a target. We'd use boxes on the green, which is the edge of the green, and we'd use a game called Leapfrog, which we'll show you later on in this video. Now when we're looking at line, we introduce the hole again, or we use things like the putt-out pressure trainer. The reason we do this is because the line that you pick is going to be affected by the pace that you actually want the ball to go in the hole at, and the distance of the putt that you're going to use. So we need that target back in place for us to be able to practice those two together. We can do interim targets such as gate drills, which will show us how much of a target line or a start line is deviated from what we chose, because we use putting strings to raise the target line and give you a visual aspect of what you're looking at. So in the video today, we're going to look at some of the drills you can do at home and how you can convert those out to the golf course as well. We're just going to show you some of our favourite products that we like to use with putting and something we'd recommend that everyone have either at home or to use on the golf course and practice facilities. Okay, so before we start looking at some drills, we first need to determine what your putting style is and make sure that the putter that you're using matches that style. So there's three main styles. We have straight back, straight through, slight arc and aggressive arc. Now each of those styles is going to need a different setup within the putter to accompany that style of stroke. And what we're looking at is to make sure we can get the putter face working back to square through impact. So the three putting styles, or three toe hangs are referred to as, are going to be face balanced, where the toe sits perfectly level with the face itself. We have toe hang, quarter toe hang, which this putter currently is, and then we have a full toe hang, which is straight down. There are variations between that, but it's making sure that the putter matches your putting style. So how do we determine your putting style? Well, you can come and see a golf pro, or you can use videos online to determine a start line and see how much the putter veers off that line. The more aggressive your putter moves off that line during the stroke, the more aggressive a toe hang you need to have in your putter. Another way to determine this is using the edge of a mat or the edge of a wall. Rest the toe of the putter against the edge of the mat or wall and create your putting stroke. Now, depending on how much your putter moves off, back to and off the wall itself, will give you an indication of how much of a sweeping arc that we create in your putting stroke. The toe stays fairly close to the wall right the way through. We are going to be seeing a fairly straight back, straight through style. If we have a little bit of variation off the wall, we're going to have a slight arc, and a more aggressive variation, it's going to be an increased arc. So make sure the putt matches the style of stroke is the first thing we need to do before we look at improving that putting stroke and your consistency on the golf course. Okay, so one of the first things we like to do when we're working with a player is determine where they need to actually read the ball target line from. So we've got these three balls lasered in, and we're now looking straight down the line of the ball, and all three balls look like they're in a line. As we start to adjust to the left of the target, and then back to centre and to the right of the target, determining where this player needs to read the ball from will determine if they can see that line as straight. So this also comes into action when we get the player to set up. So when the player actually addresses the ball, they need to make sure their eye line's in a position where they can see these three balls remaining in a straight line. If they get their eyes too far over the ball or too far inside the ball, their perception of this line won't be clear, and they won't be able to confidently stand there saying they can hit that putt along their intended target. Okay, so once that setup position is determined and how their eye line needs to be in relation to the golf ball, we can then use mirror work to drill that pattern into the player. So they can use the mirrors and their own guidelines of where they need to stand to be able to see that reference point of the three balls in a line, so that we know that they're actually, the information they're taking in is matching the information they've given themselves when lining the ball up. So it's a basic part of setup. It's coming away from the eyes directly over the ball for every player, and it's looking more at the individual themselves. making sure that your style of stroke is built from you rather than being predetermined by perceived ideas. So that's where we always start with our putting sessions. We also start then to look at how the putter is set up for the player, making sure that the lie angle is correct, that matches. If we get too much toe up or toe down, that can affect where the ball's going to start and its start line. And as we know, start line is one of the two most important factors that we have in putting control. So that's where we always start with all of our sessions. From there, we move on to looking at the stroke, evaluating using cap toe, and then we can start to give them drills to practice to improve their putting at home. So here's two of my favourite drills, one being leapfrog and the other one being the putt-out pressure trainer. Show you those now and hopefully you can improve your putting over this off-season. So our first drill is our distance drill. So we're going to start each point on the putt-out mat, and what we're trying to do is every time we get the ball to stop within the pressure trainer's cut-out ridge, we're going to move back a spot. So we're increasing the distance from the hole itself. So as we increase distance, length of stroke needs to increase the speed the ball's travelling at. So that's our first drill. Second drill we can use is we're actually going to look at controlling the distance each of these balls travels. So without the pressure trainer this time, we're going to use our last section cut out on the mat, so the last box level with the front edge of the hole and level with the back edge of the mat. From the very back position, we're going to hit each putt, and the aim of this game is each putt needs to go past the previous ball, but every ball must finish within our designated area. So now for this distance we've got, which is just over 6 feet, we've only got a small area to work with. If you're on the putting green, you've got a lot longer to practice with, or if you're in a hallway or you're at home, you can signify your putting areas between the edge of the wall and a coin or a tee peg, just to give yourself a target area. Now the aim here, like I say, is to get each ball to finish further than the previous. And our target goal will be how many we can get before we fail. So either leaving it short, going long, or leaving it short of the previous golf ball. So first putt, first one, level the front of the hole. Second one, level with the middle of the hole. Last one, just beyond the back of the hole. So we have 3 variations of the same drill. We have the putt-out gate, 2 balls that we started our video with, and a couple of golf ball boxes. Each one of these gives us a golf ball's width. Difference with the putting gate is we get consistent width. So when we practice, we always have the same width gate. When we're setting them up ourselves, we can have marginal changes or reductions in how much of a guideline you actually get to work within. You can make these a lot smaller. This gives us a 1% deviation from our start line. Okay, so 3 main products that we would recommend everyone using when they're practicing and putting. These all come from Putt-Out. There are other manufacturers that make similar products, but certainly the Putt-Out Pressure Trainer is by far one of the best on the market, if not the only one on the market that offers the same stability of practice that this product does. So it's compact, lightweight, fits into the golf bag nicely. You can use it on any carpet surface thanks to the grips on the bottom. It all holds its place. Great product. Second product is actually the putting mirror, which also comes with a putting gate. Mirrors have always been used for putting, and they're a great way to evaluate your eye line and also look at your setup of your shoulders and placement of the golf ball in relation to your feet as well. So there's multiple uses for one of these products, and again, like the Putt-Out has, this also has grips on the bottom, so if you are using it on a mat or a carpet, it doesn't move around, which is a bit unique to this product, unlike other items which actually need to be pinned down to the floor. This one doesn't. So use on the putting green, on the carpet at home, and it's not going to move around too much for you. And with the mirror, you also get one of the putting gates. Again, grips on the bottom of the feet, doesn't move around on the putting mat and carpet. So ultimately, if you're looking to have the best products to practice at home, the Putt-Out Pressure Training Series will be the best route for you to get everything you need to be able to improve, sustain if you're a good putter already, but ultimately get better for the 2020 season before it all kicks off and we get the golf game into touch. We have a putting clinic that will be running at Bush Hill Park in March. 6 places available for that one. We'll be using things like the putt out training aids. We'll also be using Capto to capture some data from your putting. So if you do like to come along to one of those clinics, we'll have multiple clinics running throughout the year. Please visit our website. We can be found on the Bush Hill Park Golf Club website, which is bhpgc.com. Click onto coaching and you'll find all the information about the clinics there. Happy golfing as always, and I hope to see you next time.